Pap, also known as ogi or akamu, is a fermented cereal which makes it a fantastic natural source of probiotics. The lactic acid bacteria that develop during its fermentation process act as the beneficial live microorganisms that naturally balance your gut microbiome and aid digestion. To make high probiotic pap, I'm going to be using the yellow corn and the guinea corn for this recipe. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to soak your corn in a big bowl of water. The truth is you don't need to wash your corn because before you grind your corn, you are still going to wash it anyway. So the first thing you're going to do is get a big bowl, fill it up with water, then pour in your corn. You can use many grains for this. I use yellow and the guinea corn for this recipe. If you like, you can use millet, you can use sorghum, you can add anything you want. But because I want to make high probiotic pap, I'm going to make use of the yellow corn and the guinea corn. So once you pour your corn in a big bowl of water, you are going to see some of the corn or some of the dirty stuffs in the pap. It will float up on top of the water. Just get a sieve and sieve the corn and sieve the dirty out of the corn. Then you cover it and allow it to soak for 4 to 5 days. The reason why you need to soak your pap for 5 days before you grind it is because for pap to offer probiotic benefits, it must be well fermented, which gives it a natural sour taste. Freshly washed or unfermented pap does not contain this life culture. So for your pap to be high in probiotics, one of the first things you need to do is you need to soak it longer. Soaking it for long will help the fermentation process. If you don't soak it for long, or if you keep changing the water you use in soaking your pap every day, this is going to hinder the fermentation process. And when your pap is not well fermented, the truth is it is not high in probiotics. So that is why you need to soak it for at least 5 days. The only thing is you need to make sure your pap is well covered so that dirty will not enter your pap, which can make it have mold. Once it is well covered, your pap is not going to have mold and the fermentation is going to be very high. The higher the fermentation, the higher probiotics is in your pap. So after the 5th day, what you are going to do is you are going to wash your pap very well. In this video, I wash my pap for 5 I wash my pap 5 times before I am satisfied. You can see the water was very clear before I move to the next steps, which is going to ground my pap. So what you are going to do after your pap is well washed is you're going to grind your pap, which I use the local grinder in my area to grind it. This is my pap after grinding it, and the next thing we are going to do now is I am going to sieve my pap. The pap is very thick, and turning stick is not doing justice to the mixing, which is why I need to use my hand. But if you want to use your hand, make sure you wash your hand thoroughly and make sure your hands is clean. So before I proceed with the sieving, I added a lot of water to the pap because the pap is very thick, and I mix it. After that, I am going to proceed to sieve my pap. You can see because this pap is very large in quantity, I got 3 big bowls of water. This is going to make the sieving very fast and make it easy. On a normal day, if you sieve it one after the other. Maybe you get one water, save it, then another one. It's going to take like 2 to 3 hours before I finish this. But because of this method that I use, it took me less than 1 hour to sieve the pap. For your pap to be high in probiotics, it needs to contain a live culture, because pap is fermented from maize, millet or sorghum. It develops healthy bacteria like lactobacillus. These are the same kind of gut-friendly bacteria you find in your yogurt. If your pap does not have a live culture in it, then your pap is not high in probiotics, does not contain probiotics. Another thing is probiotics help in digestion and immunity. Consuming well fermented pap or drinking it raw fermented water, that is the omeogi or popular omedun, helps regulate bowel movement and boost your immune system by replenishing good bacteria in your stomach. So before you can say you are having the benefit, you are drinking pap every day, you can be taking pap every day and not be getting the full benefit you should be getting. Because if your pap is not well fermented, if it is not well washed, then you might not be getting all the benefit you should be getting. So that is why you need to soak your pap for long. In my next video, I'll be showing us how to use the pap water in order to get all the probiotics we need, all our daily probiotics, how we can get it with our pap water. So as you can see, I am saving the pap. The first thing I did is I washed it in the first bowl. Then after saving the water out of it, I moved it to the next bowl, which is the second bowl. I do the same thing to it, then I move it to the third bowl. This will help you to get all your pap out of the shaft. That is, we are going to get all the pap. We are not going to waste our pap. So after sieving it, the next thing we are going to do is I'm going to put everything together, because we need to cover the pap and allow it to settle. This will separate the water and the pap. The pap will be below and the water will be on top of it, and we are going to allow it to settle. We are going to give it like 24 hours to settle. So with this, we are going to get all our pap and the water, which will help us to remove the water on top of the pap. So this is the following day after my pap already settled overnight. And what I am doing here is I am trying to remove the pap water. This is the pap water I said I'll be showing you how to get the benefits in my next video. So after separating the pap water from the pap, the next thing is we are going to put our pap that you can see inside the sieve, and allow the water, because as you can see there is still water in the pap. So we are going to allow the water to drain out totally from the pap. So this is my pap now after the water has already drained out. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to portion it in a way that I will just be taking it one after the other and put it in my fridge. With this way, anytime I want to take pap or I want to give my children pap, you can see how I'm doing it. I'll just take one of it from the fridge, or two, depend on how many of us are taking the pap. Then I'll add water. I mix it. When you are mixing it, make sure that your pap does not have any lump before putting your hot water. Once you are sure that your pap does not have any lump, just add your hot water and sieve. I like to cook my pap on fire for few minutes just to be sure that it is well done before taking it out of the water. Then here you can add anything you want, maybe honey, maybe anything at all, then you are good to go. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If that is true, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell so you get to see more of my video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.